Ready?
Ready.
Alright, today we are going to show you how to set up a new project on RSLogix5000. We're going to go to Start. We're going to open up RSLogix5000. Then we're going to wait. We're going to select New Project on the Quick Start menu. And then this gives us the new controller screen where we're going to enter in the type of controller that we have on our chassis. The type of controller we're looking for is a 1756 L61, which is right here. And the revision is 16. And we're going to name it Trainer Number 1. The description is 1756 L61 processor. Now we're going on to the chassis type, and the type of chassis we have is a 1756 A7. It's a 7-slot, and the processor is going to be in slot 0 on the rack. We're going to create it in RSLogix5000. Now we have everything set up, and there is our processor. We can right click on I/O configuration to add the next module. It always begins with the processor. Now we're looking for, we have a DC input card in slot number 1, and it is a digital, and the model number, which we got off of the card, we pulled the cards out of the chassis and got the model numbers and all the pertinent information off of that, is a 1756-IB16. It's a 16-point 10 to 30 volt DC input. Then we click OK. The major revision is 3, yes. The name is DC input. Slot number 1 is correct. Description 1756-IB16. Input data, the minor revision is 3. Compatible keying, yes. Okay. And all this we're not going to change. Okay. So there, we just created the DC input on our project. Now we can go back to the I/O configuration, right click, new module, and we're going to add our DC output, which is also a digital device, and it is, again, the numbers were pulled off of the side of the cards when we pulled them out of the rack, is 1756-OB8. It's an 8-point 10 to 30 volt DC output. Major revision is 3. Name is DC output. It's in slot 2, that's correct. and it's 1756 dash OB8. Output data correct. Minor revision is 2. Compatible keying yes. Okay. And again, we're not going to change any of that. And there we've just created our output card. Now we're going to add another card, new module. This one is a analog I/O module. It is 1756 IF4FX OF2FA. And we're just going to name it analog I/O. Slot number 3, yes. Description is a mouthful. 1756 IFX OF2F \A. Float data revision, minor revision is 4. That'll be yes, okay. And we're gonna leave all that. Okay. Now we just created the analog I/O. Now we're going to go back up. We're going to add our Ethernet card, new module, and that's under communications. That's 1756 ENBTA. ENBTA. Okie dokie. Major revision is 4, correct? Name is Ethernet module. Description is just going to put in the model number like everything else, 1756 ENTBA or BTA. Slot 4, yes. Revision 4, 3 is the minor. And okay. And okay. So now we've just created all of our modules and set up our chassis. Now that we've created our project, now we're going to save it. Save as trainer 1, yes. Now everything is saved on here. Now what we have to do is download it over to our actually we have to we're going to use a serial cable to set up communications with our processor over there so we can change the IP address on the processor. So to do that, I'm going to open up RSLinks. Go to communications, configure drivers, and I'm going to start over so we can see what's going on. I'm going to go to RS232 DF1 devices for serial communications, add new, okay. COM1 yes, auto configure, successful, groovy. Now that's up and running, you can close that. Go to RSWho, go down to my serial, and there's our processor right there. So we see it, communications are good, you can minimize that. Open up RSLogix5000. And I'm going to upload. and that verifies that we have no project in our controller. Alright, now that we've created it and we've established that we have serial communications with our trainer, now we are going to download our program through a serial cable onto the trainer. So we went to Who's Active, we went to our serial communications line for our path, and then we clicked on download. And now our key switch is in the run position. We have to change it to the program position. That's an important step. We did that for the benefit of our listeners. Now we can download. Alright, so we've downloaded the project to our processor, to our trainer number 1, and we verified that everything is there. And now we are right-clicking on our Ethernet and properties, and we're going to go into port configuration. And here we see the IP address. We are going to change that to 1 and 201. Did I say 201? And our subnet mask is going to be 255.255.255.0. Everything else should be zeros. Good, 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 good. And set. So right now I'm changing the IP address of that controller to what we want it to be. Now we're okay. And now we're done with the serial cable. So right now, after we downloaded and we changed through the Ethernet, through the serial cable, we changed the IP address of the Ethernet card, and we're just verifying it, scrolling by right here, that it is what we made it. And that's it. Good. Now we're going to get rid of the serial communications. Alright, now that we've disconnected the serial communications, we are going to close RSLogix and RSLinks. And now we're going to change our IP on our laptop so we're on the same network. Go to the local area connection, properties, go all the way down to Internet Protocol, TCP/IP, properties, and here's where we see the IP address and subnet of our laptop. And the number on my laptop is 11, so that's good and that's good. Hey, look at that, it's already changed. Imagine that. So now we're on the same network as our trainer. Now that we're on the same network, now we can communicate using our Ethernet. So I'm going to open up RSLinks again. And now I have to change drivers because we're using a serial driver. Now we have to switch over to our Ethernet driver. Ethernet IP driver. Add new. Okay. Now we have to go down here to the Ethernet card on my laptop. There's the IP I gave it. Apply. Okay. Now we're up and running. Now I can minimize that and I can open up RSLogix5000 again. Now I'm using the who active. I'm going to find our Ethernet communications pathway. Open up everything. There's our Ethernet card on our chassis. There's our processor right there. So we're going to upload. And now we're uploading through the Ethernet cable. Excuse me. And here we are. Here is our project that we created. All of our information. There's our backplane, processor module, our DC input, DC output, analog I/O module, Ethernet module. Port configuration, and there we can verify the IP of the Ethernet module.